What is Christmas? Christmas is the birthday celebration of Jesus Christ. It is far more than the beginning of Jesus' journey to Jerusalem and the cross. Christmas redefines holiness. In order to understand that statement, we need to enter the Old Testament of the Bible, where a comprehensive understanding of holiness can be achieved. It will give a fresh perspective on Christmas. In brief, the holiness of God meant that he was a unique being and separated from his creation. God was considered good and perfect in every way, and for that reason there was a space between him and all who were not like him. If any person had come face to face with God, it would have meant their death. Death came not as a punishment, but simply because the two different natures could not exist together. The problem of human sin and the resulting state of separateness needed to be resolved in order for God's love and blessings to flow to his creation. Out of necessity, a code of moral practice and ritual was established in order to safely approach God. Should that fail at any time, and it did on a daily basis, then a regular ritual sacrifice on the altar before God became a way that could bring forgiveness and continued blessing from God. Through ritual practice and sacrifice, a person could get near God, but never in the presence of God. Let us return our gaze to baby Jesus in the manger at Bethlehem, where salvation began. There a wondrous miracle had happened. In the manger lay God himself. In his presence were Mary and Joseph, the poor shepherds from the fields, the wealthy foreigners from the east, and the stable animals. God was in the midst of his creation. There in God's presence, death was no more. In the manger at Bethlehem, separateness that defined holiness in the Old Testament was no more. When all who were present at the manger looked into it, they saw baby Jesus. They also saw the face of salvation. They saw how God had accepted them as they were, with all their imperfections and without judgment. This is the good news of Christmas, that God has accepted you and me, whether in sickness or health, poor or rich, good or bad, wise or foolish. We are no longer separated from God. He has come because he is the God of creation, and he is determined in every way to restore his creation to life now and to be with him in heaven. It was through the birth, life, and death of Jesus on earth where a new meaning for holiness had emerged. Jesus gave healing to people and taught them about the kingdom of heaven. He touched the lives of people wherever he went, giving them peace, hope, and faith in a God who cared for them. In the end, Jesus gave his own life on the cross in Jerusalem for our welfare, so that we too may have life with him now and forever. He revealed the love that God has for his creation. God had descended from his lofty throne in heaven to give life to his creation on earth. Christmas redefines holiness, and this is the meaning: to get off one's throne and get down to give life to others. God has called us to be a blessing bearer to all his creation. He has called us to be his disciples, and he has called us to be a holy people. All these callings are the one and the same. In essence, he has called us to love one another as he has loved us. Nothing else is important to God. Amen. Thank you for listening. I'm Martin Elgar. If you like my presentation, please subscribe and leave a comment, and I will leave a prayer of blessing for you in the name of Jesus.